I'm just watching the monitor because I have a graphic cue that tells me when to start. Welcome to the Grass Valley booth at NAB 2018. We're going to talk switchers now with John Carter, who is the Senior Product Manager for Production Switchers, and Tim Walker, who is the Senior Product Manager for Value Switchers. So Grass Valley now has the most expansive line of switchers available. Who are we targeting now that we have this vast array of switchers in our arsenal?
Yeah, it's a great question. You know, our product portfolio has expanded, as you mentioned, and we're excited to have more switchers to offer in our arsenal. And we're able to hit a broader span of applications, everything from houses of worship, corporate productions, smaller venues.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in one respect, where this session's targeting, looking at the V-series and Kula, we actually see these two products are complementary in the portfolio together. So yeah, those application areas and the features that we'll talk through over the next 10 minutes or so.
Certainly mobile productions is another one where we've seen a lot of interest of both of these products as well.
So that's great that they intertwined really well and they're not fighting with each other. So Grass Valley switchers have always been known for their features, for their creativity, that let TDs do whatever they need to do. So let's talk about what's unique with Grass Valley switchers. John.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think the first point is to look at that every switcher that we have in the range is 1080p natively. So you're getting that top quality processing. They're built by the best engineers on the planet. What we've got is robust designs. We've got experience in the control of that. So that you can take that for red. And then from there, the further features are the keyers, the format conversion.
Certainly the image store capabilities is something that all Grass Valley products separate ourselves from the pack with in terms of both capacity and how you can use it with being able to record clips and play clips out of the image store.
Yeah, full editing.
All these types of things make our product unique to the market.
Yeah. And I may be wrong, but I think I'm right, that every single switcher we have in our line, 4K capable.
Correct.
And that it really is the customer's choice on how they want to get 4K into the switcher.
Yeah, there's several different options there, and both product lines, again, are complementary in that way, being able to bring 4K in over single wire, 12G SDI, or quad link if that's your approach, and even IP. So those are all ways that you can bring in either HD, 1080p, or 4K signals.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say one of the differentiators there, why the range is complementary, is there's a modular approach from the rear I/O side on the V-series, where within the Kula ranges we have a dedicated box for if you're IP, if you're single link 12 gig, or if you're just straightforward 1080p.
And it's interesting because from that standpoint, we've seen at the show some of the Grass Valley switcher competitors actually playing catch up to what originally both organizations had separately and now they have together, and now being the #1 switcher vendor on the planet. It has to affect the customer in some way. So what are the considerations when someone is looking at a switcher and they see this entire line of switches and they go, there are a lot of them, they do a lot of great things, but what's the thought process? What are the considerations that people need to have? So Tim, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I think some of them are pretty straightforward. Maybe you've got experience with one of these products or the other, which may steer you in a direction. Other things you might want to look at are the space considerations. Certainly panel size is one of those things that can make a decision go one way or another. And in the Kula range, we've got some very interesting panel sizes that are going to help us get into some applications where Grass Valley hadn't previously been able to get to.
So there's some Kula panels rack mountable.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got a 1ME 19-inch rack mountable panel within the range, so we can go into those flyaways in a robust manner for sure.
And so from the smaller switchers with obviously a smaller I/O size and smaller button count and everything, let's talk about the larger things. What's our large I/O size and our large ME size? What's the powerhouse?
Yeah, so I think it differs by product line, but we have 1, 2, and 3 ME or mixed effects engine production switchers, and in different configurations you can have additional video processing engines that can help give you additional keying capabilities and enhance that production value that you're trying to deliver for your customers.
Excellent.
Yeah. And I mean, one of the big differentiators there, again, why they're complementary, is within the V-series you have all the functionality, what you need all the time. What we've got with Kula is like a Swiss Army knife of hardware that you deploy what you need it to do for a certain production. And again, another consideration you asked about customers is always price. And what we've got is two products that are priced very well positioned in the market, and we're taking the high-end features that we've got with the Cayennes and the Kahunas that we're bringing into these packages. That's making it reachable for customers that never thought they would be, a typical profile for one of our products where we target. With these two products ranges on the portfolio now,
yeah,
they're home and dry with us.
Yeah, absolutely. People are very excited to be able to get some of the performance that we have in our higher end switchers into these lower end packages, whether it's from the panel operation perspective or from the video processing engines that we're using.
And in the 8 weeks since the acquisition, we actually now are showing here at NAB the Grass Valley Ignite now working with the Grass Valley Kula switcher. So it's that type of complementary thinking that was happening beforehand that has basically made this sort of integration go as smoothly as it has.
Yeah, I mean that's a great a great example of showing that integration work, because now what we have is extending the Ignite system and helping that go into maybe some of the more higher numbered markets and call letter stations. There's an offer in there, rather than considering that there's always a larger mainframe price pointed with what maybe a straightforward production might be off an automated, a live production automation system.
Yeah, and just also showing that as these two companies are coming together, these integrations are happening, or we're finding different ways to complement each other's products and do development to make them work better together.
Excellent. So if there's, and that may have been your answer, but if there's one takeaway that you want people to remember from what we're showing here at NAB with regard to switchers, what would that be? And we'll start with John.
So, well, first off, what I'll say is that both products have been in the market about the same sort of time, and we've shipped hundreds of units of both types. Again, reinforcing that message of these are portfolio complementary products that do very well respectively. If there's my takeaway, I would say that when you come to Grass Valley, you can be assured, you can be guaranteed a very cost-effective, powerful solution, whichever way you want to turn with these two products.
Yeah.
Tim?
Well, that sums it up pretty well, but just kind of building on that, the way I like to look at it is very similar to what John said. Is it's one thing for us to come up here and say why our products are great, but it's really the market that is telling us that what we're doing and what we've developed is doing well and accepted. With the hundreds of units that are out there, they're telling us that, hey, we like what you've done and we like the direction that you're going. And we're continuing to build on that. At the show, we're launching new products and new features for each one of these production switchers, and we've got a couple of great platforms that we're building on for the future.
That's got to make the sales team very, very happy.
Yeah, we hope so. Yeah.
So thank you, John, thank you, Tim, and thank you for joining us here at Grass Valley at NAB 2018.